What's up, lively people? I want to thank you everybody for tuning in to the last video, the last review. I really appreciate the comments and thank you for correcting me when I say CMR not at the family home. I always stand for correction. It just shows that a lot of you guys are paying attention and really following them up, right? And some of the die-hearted CMR fans or followers or whatever, supporter, whatever you want to call it. So big up on yourself for that. Thanks for the comment. As you know, see, more than like all of the comments them will actually correct me, so I appreciate that. Today we're going to take in a TikTok live from Shireen, also known as Sweet on TikTok. I like a bit of background story with Shireen. She had a rough time living in Canada and she shares her life on TikTok. She always have some story for you on her life, and there's always some life lessons to learn from her stories. And the main reason why she had such a hard time was because of her husband. Her husband white, and a whole heap of people don't really like the husband also. But this time around, him actually depend on the live and I give advice. So tune into this live because it is a very, 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 very interesting one. Big up on yourself later.
Never like when you come call with imaginary friend. We're not imaginary friend round here. But anyway,
my apologies. I know it is rude. I'll tell you one thing. Since she's been on this channel, some things are embarrassing, very embarrassing. It's just like, oh my God. It's like looking in a mirror sometimes. You don't want to look in the mirror.
Exactly.
And you're ugly.
Right.
You don't want to see ugly. But what I'm saying is when you come... Lots of times, like Shireen always say, okay, when we go to, before you have the channel, we would go to somebody. And that would be my opportunity to complain about what something she do.
I think
it's like I'm hurting inside. I'm hurting inside because I'm being abused by this woman. And then as soon as I get around someone, that's when I retaliate. And that's what you see. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing me retaliating.
No. I see the whole situation. Anyways, you know what? We're gonna leave it at that.
Exactly. Bless upon yourself. You know what? Nobody not perfect. And I've been through relationships before with personalities like Chris. And in reality,
get me charger for me, Chris.
The type of personality where me have, me can't stand nonsense for too long. Me go leave.
Exactly.
Yeah, me go leave. Me go bless you with the gift of goodbye and love you from a distance. That's my personality. But to each his own. Because we're not seeing the entire picture. And we can't tell you to leave your man. Because we don't know the amount of years invested, ties and all these things, kids involved. It's toxic in a sense, but you know what's good for you. So who are we to judge?
Exactly. No judge. We're not judging over here.
Exactly. We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge. That's what
I
said. Okay, thank you for that. Ooh. Okay, let us
listen. I had other relationship, and there was no problem.
Okay. Well,
I was 7 years, no relationship. 5 years, no problem.
And where is that relationship now?
Yeah, but there was no. It wasn't toxic though.
But I spoke to your ex-wife.
We didn't have a toxic
relationship. No, because she wouldn't allow it. Maybe I am toxic. I don't know.
I'm not saying the woman just used that word. I shouldn't use that word.
Go get me the charger.
Where is it?
Hello, JJ.
What charger?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
What charger, Shireen?
Okay, I'm
upstairs. Yeah,
I'm here to tell a story because the whole point initially was for persons to come and tell stories, not get in your business.
Right, that's okay. I mean, we don't judge around here. Whatever people want to say, they say. Right, but we want to hear the story because this is great. It's good time for we to break it up, right? Keep it light.
So it's about me. And I've been with my partner for 5 years. I'm on the verge of deciding if I should leave or if I should stay.
Okay.
About a year into the relationship, I found out that when he was pursuing me, he had a woman pregnant. We're in Jamaica, by the way. He had a woman that was pregnant. So I guess she was, I met him the September. She had baby the November, right? I didn't know anything about this until a year after he actually sat me down and said, hey, we're getting he sees that we're serious and he wants to commit, so he has to tell me this. I was very upset.
Which is a good thing he tell you, yeah? Great.
I was very upset, so I went to my mother like crying and cussing and said I'm going to leave him. She's like, no, I think you should stay because so far he's been really nice to you, and is he come and tell you, right? I don't know if that was the right decision, so I stayed. So now we reached 5 years. The problem is we now live together, right, for about a year. We sleep in 2 separate rooms because he claimed that I talk too much.
You talk too much.
Yes, it's still like the same problem. I talk a lot, and he works at 12
Hold on.
hours. and he
Oh,
wants
stick
to
up
come
in,
home.
stick up in. So, because hold on, because you have to understand it. I'm clarifying something here, just for clarification. So, you talk too much. You're talking in your sleep too much.
No. So he works 12 hours a day. So when he gets home like at 10, I want to sit and have conversation. He just wants to get home, shower, eat, and lay in the bed, probably watch something on YouTube and go sleep.
No, that is a sign that there is issues. Yeah, because you just want to be with the person that you are with, and you like to. And how old is the relationship? 5
5 years.
5 years. How old is he?
He's 35.
Yeah, and he works a 12-hour shift every day.
6 days a week.
So he's only available, and on Sundays or on that day that he's available, what happened?
So that day that he's available, he'll go to the barber. If I want something at the grocery store, he'll go and get anything that I want, pick up my packages. Like, he will normally take that day to run his errands, and when he comes back, he's sleeping. But that
How is his
day off,
behavior with you though? How he treats you?
all right, that's the thing why I'm not sure if I should leave. He treats me really well. So me, I crash out when anything is not going right for me, and he's that steady person. He's there for me. So if I come home and I can't find anything and I start to cry, he just gets up and start looking for it. He's always trying to make me feel better. If I'm on my menses, huh?
So he's useful to you.
Yes, he's very useful in that way. If I'm sad, he'll try to get me ice cream. He's always trying to make me happy.
So, and you don't have there is no other woman involved. You're not suspecting, you're not feeling like there is somebody else.
I don't think so, because his work ends like at 9:30 and we live about 20 minutes and he's home by 10 every day.
So the only problem is the fact that he sleeps in another room.
Yes.
So have you spoken to him about it?
I spoke to him about it, and he said he can, like, all right, say if, for example, last night I say, he can't come lay beside me, he'll do it. If I tell him to stay in the room, he's going to do it. He's not going to do it on his own accord, but if I tell him to do something, he's going to do it. He's not going to complain or cuss about it. He just does it.
Is he in good health?
He seems to be in good health to me.
No, the reason why I'm asking you, because you have some people who maybe he's so tired and he maybe feels so exhausted that he need the extra rest. Because if he's not having a relationship, if he's not seeing somebody else, you said that he's good to you. He just wants to sleep, because basically that's what you're saying. He wants to sleep.
Yes.
The only thing I can think of is that if his iron level is up, if he's having, because he's 35 years old, he shouldn't be like sleeping all the time like that.
What's it like when he wakes up?
When he wake up, him feel like him rested, or him still feel like he's tired?
Like in the mornings when he's getting ready for work, I say, how you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm all right. You know, he doesn't seem tired. It's just that when he gets back from work, he just wants
So do you guys have vacation together?
No, we don't, because it's all right. So when we just started talking after that year, his father got cancer, so he was taking care of him. Father passed away about a year ago, so he's just getting that break. So no, we haven't gone.
You work?
Yes, I work.
Okay, and you don't feel that tired like him?
No, I work way less than him. So I have a very
Okay.
flexible job. So I work 4 days a week for like 6 hours.
So this is what I say, because it doesn't seem like you have too much to worry about. The only thing you have to worry about is your the fact that he sleeps in another. I mean, some people would say that's a big red flag. I'm going to tell you the truth. Whether it's a red flag that he's seen somebody or he's not. I'm not sitting here telling you he is, but to me, that is a concern because he's only 35-year-old and he should have a lot of energy where he should be riding you all the time. I'm not going to lie about that. That is like you guys are young. And if a man is 35 years old and he's not like wanting it consistently at that age every night, even every morning, then to me, that is a big red flag. But I'm going to say that we don't know if he's sick, if he's actually sick, or maybe he feels distance from you.
All right. He's very predictable. So when he gets to work, he'll message me, I'm at work, hope you have a good day. When it's lunchtime, this is what I'm eating for lunch. Are you eating? When I finish work, he's like, have you finished working yet? Are you going to? So he messaged me 3 times for the day and I can know what time he's going to message me. So he checks up on me.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know what to say.
Because we're not bonding when he gets home.
Right. It lacking the relationship. So what I would say is that have you ever planned planned a vacation for you guys? Because that would be another step to do to see if the actual relationship is there. Because if he works 12 hours a day, only on 1 day a week, when he's there, he's sleeping most of the time. If you let him go on vacation to get him 2 weeks on his own, with you.
I see everybody say I must ask Chris because he's a man.
Chris, I'm gonna let Chris talk. I'm just preparing. All these questions is to prepare Chris to answer. Because she's working, you want to know, you're preparing you to get somebody. Yes.
And I must admit that I do talk a lot because my mother
this little thing. Isn't it cute?
Yeah, it is cute. Yeah, so Chris, tell me your advice.
What's your name?
Jordan.
Okay. Okay, it doesn't
Told him.
You're in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
And can I ask your age too?
I'm 29.
And he's 35. Okay.
Yes.
And do you guys have kids together?
No, we don't.
But he's got a. And does he see the child or have relationship with the mother or any kind of thing?
He doesn't talk to the mother, so he sends money to the grandma, and on his day off is when the child will come to visit.
Okay, so what I was going to ask you first, sorry, is you were telling this story, and then did you finish your story, or did you want to talk more about your story? Because you came on, you wanted to share your story. Was that the only thing you wanted to share, or is there more to it?
No, that's really just it. We just sleep in separate rooms, and he says that I talk a lot, so that's why he wants to sleep in separate rooms.
So let's go back to the beginning. How did he meet you?
We met at an event for his sister, because his sister and I went to high school together.
And that was 5 years ago.
Yes.
So you guys met, and then what happened then? How did it go?
Then he came over to me and asked if we could go on a date. I gave him a number. We went on a couple dates for a few months, and then he asked me to be in a relationship with him.
So there was no break. It was like you went from, you know what I mean? It's not like he disappeared for a while or anything. It was like he pursued you steady.
Yes.
And then you guys were together. And then when did he have this child? During that time or before?
Well, the child was born while we were together, but the girl got pregnant before.
So he just got a woman pregnant just
before you guys met, though.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. So it's before. So it's just you in his life. I mean, from the beginning, it's always been just you.
Yes.
Like he met you, he liked you, he pursued you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It wasn't like just casual, like, okay, you know, some guys, they've got like 4 different women or something, or 2 different women. They kind of bounce back and forth where you're kind of just, you know what I mean?
No,
it wasn't
she
like
said
that.
no, just leave it, no.
I'm just trying to understand because it seems, like you said, the whole thing seems off.
Right.
So I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to see if I can fill in some pieces. Okay, so now you guys have been living together for a year.
Yes.
And was it from the beginning he had his own room?
No, all
to sleep
right.
in?
So initially, he was living with his family, and I would go there for like 4 days out of the week to stay. From very early on in our relationship, I was always around him, and he always told me when we live by ourselves, we have to get separate rooms because I talk too much. So when we did, we got separate rooms.
Rooms.
Sorry, I missed that. When she would go to his place 4 days a week.
Right, and he told her from the beginning of the
So,
relationship.
but when you stayed there at his place.
Right, he told her that when they're
No, I'm
living
asking
together,
if she stayed.
yes,
She
yes.
stayed at his
Yes.
place 4 nights. And when you were at his place 4 nights, you slept in different rooms.
No,
We slept in the same room.
But he said you talked too much.
Yes.
And did he get sleep or what? I don't understand.
All right, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'll be up talking to him like 2 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to talk to him because he works so much.
Okay, so I would just let you talk and then just fall asleep. Does he fall asleep while you're talking?
Sometimes. But for like, sometimes he will say, "Can you stop now? I need to sleep."
Can he sleep with the TV on or anything?
No, he doesn't. He has to sleep with TV off.
I don't think we have any problem, honestly.
But hang on, I don't want to get too personal, but how is your sex life?
I think we should.
The reason
do
I
it
asked is because
more.
there's 3. What's that?
I think we should do it more. He's a once a week type of guy, and I'm
Once a
as
week.
much as
Once
you.
a week.
I think
Yeah,
I
we're
was
young.
asking. I was hoping 3 times a day.
Not too enough, one. Not everybody's like
Is he
you.
attracted to you physically?
He says he is.
I don't. And he's 35?
Yeah.
I don't know. Something's wrong. I'm sorry. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a man, and I know you want a man's perspective. If I was with you and you're 29 and I'm 35 and I'm attracted to you, I would just, I'm sorry. I mean, I'll tell you something. So Shereen and I have taken counseling. We've learned a lot over the years. So I've learned,
Talk about when you first come here.
no, hang on a second. I want to say something. So there's psychologists say, and this is not from me, this is from psychologists, there's 3 parts to relationship. There's communication, there's romance, and there's sex. And if you have 3 out of 3, that's extraordinary. If you have 2 out of 3, that'll hold the relationship together. If you have 1 out of 3, you're hanging on by a thread. Okay? Now, I always tell everybody that what held Shereen and I's relation together was sex, right? Because it's like every day for sure, if not more, right?
Where you come and tell my business? Guys,
So the thing is, I don't understand as an alpha male. Like, I mean, there's different people in the world. Like, so I can't say every man, but it's got to be 90 something that identify as a male and as a man. That's why the majority of men, the problem usually is they have too many women, because every man loves woman, right? Unless you're gay or something, or you identify as some other thing, right? So, I mean,
just
I can't put my finger on it,
to
honestly. I don't know.
solidify this is that, okay, I'm going to give you an example. Years ago, my son had a friend. This was a guy, this little kid, he used to come over to me. I'm just going to just throw you off and show you that people are different though. And you have to go back with all that we have said and think about it. And the guy said he doesn't sleep over people's house because when he sleep over people's house, he feels shitty the next day. Can't function. Because when he sleep over somebody's home, he usually stay up, talk, and then he don't get a good rest. So he has to always want his mother to come and get him. That is one perspective, because people are different. So maybe he's that type. You must look in yourself. Only you alone can answer this question. The other thing is, when I met Chris, he was working and he used to do testing overnight. And I remember Chris has to leave 2 a.m. sometimes. And Chris we would go to sleep We have sex before he goes to sleep. And before Chris leave 2 a.m, Chris want to hump me again. Before he goes at 2, before he leaves. And then he would come home just before like 6, 7 after he does testing in the night. You come home early in the morning, and then I will be there again. So, and Chris was about that age. He was 3rd. When I met Chris, he was like 37 something.
No, 35, yeah.
35. So he was very much active, like real active. So for that, that's all I'm gonna say.
But hang on, you're not. She wants an answer. Like she wants some kind of.
We cannot give her an answer.
But I can say some things though.
Okay, like what?
Okay, so I've said so much so far. Mm-hmm. Now you say the guy. Like, what's his relationship with his mother? Are they very close?
No, I wouldn't say they're close, but she lives in a different country.
Oh, so that's not a problem.
No.
Because some guys, are like a mama's boy, where the mama's like, because Shereen was talking about how the one guy said, well, his mother had to come pick him up. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
A 35-year-old man and the mother
No,
going to come?
it's not a 35. It was a kid. He couldn't sleep. You're not listening.
Okay. So for me, I'll just tell you me, because I can't put my finger on it exactly. I can't. I don't understand.
So let it go.
To me, it don't make sense. But to me, if I love someone and I'm attracted to them and physically and all of that, and she want to talk, I would just I don't care if I work 24 hours. If I'm tired, I'll just fall asleep. I would never, if I'm sharing a different room, for me personally, I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, Shereen and I, hang on, let me finish though. So I would just share the room with you, with my wife or girlfriend or whatever. And if she want to talk, and I'm tired, I'll just fall asleep. That's how I would do it.
Okay, hear what I say. Something is not right. I cannot put my finger on it, and we don't know because we're not. We can't just. But something is not right, and therefore you and this guy is not in sync. I'm gonna leave you with this, and this is my final thing. You and this man is not in sync because what you want, you're not getting. It doesn't matter if he has a woman or doesn't have a woman. That's not the issue. Let us not even look at the issue if him have a woman or doesn't. You are not feeling fulfilled. Something is missing from you. That's not what you want in a relationship. Now, at this point in time, if things is nice, things is beautiful, the relationship is great, I mean, that's the only part that is missing. If you speak to him about it and he's not willing to change, then you have to consider doing something else or consider maybe forward. But you're saying it's good. He's everything. He tried to please you in every which way. The only thing is that he's sleeping in a separate room. So is either or something is wrong medically, he's sick or something, but the bottom line is not about him at this point. The bottom line is about you. You are not happy either way.
Can she talk to him?
So that's why I'm telling her job is to